Okay, hi everybody. Thanks for joining 18th of March 2025. So this week we're just going to work on different emotions. So we're going to do some healing from this wonderful book, Secret Language of Your Body. And yeah, we're just going to go through some processes. Yeah, it's a really good book. So it's by Inna Segals. It's got all the diseases and body parts and a healing for each one. And then, yeah, it's got a section on colour because she's got her colour cards, which are also pretty amazing. And she's got lots of other ones since then. And then has, yeah, processes on different emotions. But yeah, has all the meanings like, what I got? Tumours and tapeworms. So it'll give you a bit of a metaphysical and emotional insight into things. So I'm just going to test through what comes up and we'll do the healings together. Okay, so I'll get priority. So P. Something under P. No, there is no P. Okay. Oh, resentment. Okay, so we're going to start with resentment. We'll do the forgiveness process is part of this, so we'll do it. And yeah, so you can just think of anything that you feel angry about. So anger is this primary emotion, and then underneath there's resentment, like things that are annoying you, things that feel unfair, that feel unjust, or you've made a decision and then you've resented it. So yes, resentment is a big one and very linked with anger and things that feel unfair or unjust. Okay, so it can be directed towards family members or someone close. Yeah, treated unfair or taken advantage of. So just imagine like putting in all of those things that are online for you at the moment or in your system or body or cells. When we carry resentment, we hold onto it through feelings of righteousness. Oh yeah, so a bit of self-righteous indignation going on too. I'm right, they're wrong attitude. So we can choose to hold on to this feeling or we can choose to let it go. Resentment may feel it gives us the power to hurt someone else, but in reality, it hurts us more and produces disease and discomfort in the body. Long-term resentment can lead to tumors, syphilis, osteoporosis, lupus, back pain, etc. And it can also rear a host of negative emotions such as bitterness, hurt, fear, anger, and revenge. It creates misunderstandings and distrust. If you are unable to trust, then you can never relax, and consciously or subconsciously, you are always on guard. So really good one to tap into and, see what's underneath it and start to process it and let it go and transform it. So just thinking about resentment, and then we're going to tune into the part of the body where you feel the resentment most intensely and place your hands there. Or if it's 2 spots, put a hand in each. Now we're just going to breathe into that area. If it's your heart, breathing into the heart, breathing into the resentment, allowing any emotion to rise to the surface without resisting. So you can keep your hands there or you can relax them. Divine healing intelligence. Using the orange and red flame of purification, please dissolve all resentments, suppressed anger, hurt, injustice, distrust, and feelings of righteousness from our cellular memories, emotions, mind, and energy field. Free us from all resentment that we carry towards any people, situations, things, work, ourselves, and release any resentment or animosity that anyone carries towards us. We ask that all negative and heavy energy associated with resentment now dissipate and vanish from our lives. Thank you. So you can repeat the word clear if you want, or a healing word if you have one, until you feel a bit lighter. So you could just be like clear, 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 clear. And now we're going to imagine the orange and red flame and see it moving through our body, mind, emotions, and energy fields. So it begins to dissolve all thoughts, feelings, images, words, memories associated with that particular person, thing, place, yourself, or any experience that has bound you. And then we'll do the forgiveness process. So it says after you do this, if you feel you're ready to forgive a person or situation, you do that now. So we'll do it, but you just do what you feel. Or there might be something else you want to put in forgiveness. It could even be forgiving ourselves for something that we did or didn't do or think about or pick up on. I've got a few of those. So think about the person you're ready to forgive, or yourself if it's yourself, or if it's a place or situation. Remember, you're doing this process for you more than them. So it's to free you from carrying all this around and holding it in your body or cells or mind. Because when we forgive, we'll let go of the destructive emotions, it frees us up. More positive emotions to come in, or something positive to take that place. So we're never condoning someone's done or any harmful words or actions against us, but we're just letting go of the pain or discomfort that it causes us. Divine healing intelligence, we call on the blue and white flame of forgiveness to assist us to let go of all harmful ties between us and someone else, or situation, or ourselves. Please release all resentment, anger, hurt, and distrust between us. And then you can say, dear that person or situation or yourself, I forgive you for. And we ask them to forgive us as well. We ask that all harmful energies be dissolved by the blue and white flame of forgiveness, purifying our hearts and minds and freeing us wholly. Please fill us with divine love and compassion. So just focus on your heart again and just feel or imagine all that resentment starting to release out of your heart and soul. Allow this blue and white flame to move around where it needs to go, dissolving all harmful ties between you and purifying your heart and soul. So clearing cords, clearing harmful ties, attachments, agreements, etc. And when this density has released, focus on filling your heart with divine love and compassion. And rose, the smell of rose, the color of rose is divine love, unconditional love. And you could imagine, pick a color for divine unconditional love. Smelling rose for us, so pure. And breathing that divine love into the heart and soul. And it says there you can do this process several times if needed to complete for the complete experience of forgiveness. That's quite a good one. We'll see what comes up for us next. Guilt. Okay. Then we might do a positive one. Okay, so the whole justice system is based on the guilty and the innocent, and we know that guilt has strong consequences. Consciously or subconsciously, guilt is associated with punishment, jail, and a need to serve a sentence. Guilt can actually encourage you to do the very thing you feel guilty about. An example is eating sweets or junk food. The guiltier you feel, the more you are likely to eat it. So guilt always requires judgment, which can lead to shame and embarrassment. Guilt and shame eat away the body because many people believe that they need to hold onto their guilt in order to be punished. So self-punishing, which a lot of this would come from religion, if you're religious. I've had quite a few religious people on my table who really, really hang on to the guilt. Okay. So this belief is a form of self-sabotage. People feel guilty about working too much, not working enough, not spending enough time with their kids, spending too much money, drinking too much, etc. Even relaxation, rest, or having more money or luxuries than others can lead to guilt. So yeah, having more than others, feeling guilty for being deserving of something nice. All guilt is the same. It is destructive to your body and soul, keeps you in chains rather than helping you change and discover freedom. Guilt is associated with hip problems, migraines, weight issues, venereal diseases, osteoporosis, Parkinson's, insomnia, sinusitis, impotence, hernia, and heart disease. Okay, so again, we're going to think about guilt and place your hands on the part of the body where you feel it most intensely. If you can't feel anything, just think about it and put your hands wherever you like. I'm going to go to my stomach this time. And you might have more than one thing here to work on, so you could just think about one or think about a few. Think about calling sick for work or something like that. Okay, and then we're going to breathe into that area where your hands are, allowing any emotions to rise without resistance. Divine healing intelligence, using the orange and red flame of purification, please dissolve all thoughts, feelings, words, and memories of guilt, regret, and judgment from my consciousness. Help me to let go of self-punishment, limitation, and self-sabotage. Work with me to release patterns of shame, embarrassment, and destruction. I am now willing to let go of all the heavy burdens which are weighing me down so that I can be free. Thank you. So again, you can repeat the word clear if you want to start to feel lighter. So just think of all your heavy burdens that you feel guilty about, all the things we have to do as mothers or parents or workers or caring for someone, going to work, cooking, cleaning, guilty about taking time for ourselves, or spending money on a nice massage or something, or buying ourselves something nice. And we're now letting go of all of these things that are weighing us down so we can be totally free. You can imagine walking up a mountain. It's got to be a white mountain. It's white is purification. As we walk up this white, beautiful white mountain, it's like a magical healing energy. You can just start to feel the weights drop off, or you might have some luggage, white suitcases, and you're just letting them go and they just get taken care of for you. Start to transmute, dissipate, transform. Letting go of the old so you can bring in the new. And then you get to the top of that white mountain. You just feel light and buoyant, trusting, more at ease, really present, grounded, just free, really free. So we're going to observe the orange and red flame moving through our body, mind, emotions, and energy fields. Beginning to dissolve all the negative thoughts, words, feelings, memories, and images of guilt, self-punishment, self-sabotage, judgment, and regret. So it says to do the innocence and purity, which is kind of what we just did, the purity. But let's do innocence and bring it right in. Now that we've cleared out the guilt, we want to replace it. So divine healing intelligence, we call on the green and white flame of purity to regenerate our body, clear our minds, and uplift our souls. Please unlock all areas of our lives which contain joy, laughter, innocence, and light Free us from all negativity, shackles, and limitations. Awaken our enthusiasm for life and raise our consciousness from dullness to clarity and inspiration. Thank you. Allow yourself to connect to and focus on that which is pure. Like a baby, flowers, animals, spiritual teachings. Yeah, that innocent child or baby or animal, definitely. And wearing green and white for a few days, if you like, or visualize these colors bathing your body. Innocence and purity. Of course, the card. So what? So these are the Bach flowers. See what we get here. Everyone, what's the elm? So the category is despondency and despair. So if we're in despair of something or we're despondent, switched off, we need to reactivate and switch back on. So for the type of person who is naturally capable of coping with most personal and work commitments, but is inclined to feel overburdened with additional responsibilities. So, when you're at your point of, I can't fit anything else into my week, and you're probably not getting the things that are most important to you done, and your weeks go by. You know how that feels sometimes. So a person would need this remedy for the discouragement and momentary lack of confidence that is apparent when under pressure. It will also help anyone who feels overwhelmed with what they have to do and thus feels unable to cope. Okay, so so wherever we're not coping or overwhelmed or we're under too much pressure or we put ourselves in those situations and then resent it because we probably feel guilty. So we've got a nice little story playing out here. So the positive quality of this remedy is that of greater self-belief, security in the belief of one's ability to tackle an unusual amount of responsibility. A positive approach for such a person may also be an understanding of his or her own limitations so that distress in certain situations need not arise. Okay, so not putting ourselves under the initial stress and responsibility and having greater belief in ourselves that we can actually handle it. So looking at it at a different perspective. Like if it's pushing our comfort zone. So what I would normally do with one of these in clinic is run it around the eyes. So I'd get someone to tap and I just run it around the eyes. So we're clearing. So any flower cards are really good for clearing the eyes. That's actually a mode for us. So you can do, straight ahead, up, any angle. So stretching the eyes and clearing, or, you could have a screenshot of a flower if you don't go and get the essences, which work to the subconscious level, which you can take for a couple of weeks, like a Bach or bush flower. There's many others. Crystal essences. So you can Yep, just use it for the eyes, give a little quick clearing, do it with tapping. You can probably look these ones up. These and the pictures of the bush flowers are usually around, so you could get it and run it around your eyes. And see if you tune in with any others as well. So that's a really good one. I think that came up in my balance a couple of weeks ago when I was feeling under a lot of pressure. And I had to take the drops for a couple of weeks or just look at the card for a couple of weeks to defuse. And it really helped. So I just had it sitting in here every time I come in. And yeah, you can get these sets of cards. Dark flowers, bush flowers, even the color cards are really good for running around the eyes, clearing the eyes. Yeah, lots of options there. Okay, let's see. We've got a few more minutes, so we'll just see what else we can do, what else comes up. Okay, so we're going to do a smell, an essence. Let's see. Grapefruit. So this is about the physical body. Respecting the physical body. That's citrusy. It doesn't quite smell like lemon. It smells like lemon mixed with something else. Can't quite figure it out, but it's quite a nice sweet smell. Supports individuals to honor, respect, and appreciate their physical body without judgment. Releases anxiety over body image. Transforms any self-hatred into self-love. Assists in breaking unhealthy patterns of food addiction, strict dieting, or eating disorders, and allows individuals to break free and take ownership of their emotions. Okay, so anywhere you're not loving, respecting, and giving to your physical body or your emotions, or not giving yourself enough self-love, just bringing that in, and just so you could eat some grapefruit if you want, or just buy one and smell it, zest it and smell it. Or yeah, just a bit, imagine, visualize. So when we smell the essential oils, they go in and clear amygdala emotions, so the ones that are read out, anything to do with that. And they're very good to use in time when we go and look for something in the past, because they clear that amygdala stress. And we also use them to balance the negative and positive ions in our breathing, which I'll show you how to do it without an oil. It's very easy. So you block one nostril and breathe in. And then you hold your breath and then hold the other one and breathe out. So I've got a blocked one. So then you just see how the breathing's going, and then you breathe in that same side. And then breathe out. So you see if there's an imbalance. So I do an imbalance on my right side. So then what I would do, and we would just muscle test it, is you hold one nostril and you do lots of little in and out breaths. So like, I'll do it with this one. And then lots of little out. Hopefully that makes sense. So lots of little in, out. Yeah, my one eye's totally blocked. So I'll probably use more oil on that one. But yeah, that's how you can balance your negative and positive ions in your breathing. Just the quick fix, just a quick way to do it. Sometimes there's an emotion blocking it, but yeah, that's a nice quick little rebalance. of the ionization. Okay, so we might leave it there. So thanks everyone. Yeah, I hope everyone got the new link that I emailed yesterday. And yes, everything is still being added to YouTube, so you can just go there and redo as many. They're all living energy healings. That's the intention I set. Yeah, so you can repeat them as much as you like, and you know they get strong, deeper and deeper and more powerful. Yeah, so thank you very much.